Yo, yo, Derek Michael here, and I don't have much for you in this video. It's probably not going to be like a 3-hour video like last night. We discussed a lot of stuff in last night's video, how Lucifer is positive darkness and he is good, but his body is negative light and that is evil. See, my body is negative light, but it is evil, E-V-O-L, love spelled backwards, and my soul is love. So I perfectly value myself back and forth. See, Miley's body is love, and her soul is Ovel. So she's always struggled a bit with the spelling of things, but she's beautiful. I love her Ovel, and that's how I like to pronounce it. Pretty interesting night. Went to a bonfire. That was fun. The guy that started the fire supposedly hates fire, so I don't even know how he got the fire started. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I've incorporated DMX into another chapter of my book. It's a pretty interesting kind of pull back to the time of Sugog in my book, but you guys aren't even anywhere near that. It's after the time of Noah. Really interesting stuff, though. It just flowed. I love it when the writing flows. I love to write. It's so much fucking fun to just get lost in your own words. And it's not fun copying a manuscript. You feel like you're copying someone else's work. I have a handwritten manuscript right next to me with about 300, 400 pages. I have barely used it in this book. I used it in the first one, and that's probably why the first one is so screwed up. But there's some really good dynamite stuff in there. I just don't like copying the type. And I have the voice software, but that software is weird. I don't even trust it. I use it sometimes. It betrays me a little bit. But anyways, ever since I let Jazzy on 828, which is my vessel, I haven't been able to write. It's almost like something happened in the book that affected real life for the first time. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in my book that affect real life and my way of thinking, but I totally lost my writing style. I don't know what he did to me. He busted my ship. He's an asshole. I don't know why he would have. It's like killing the narrator. Why would you kill the narrator? He's the narrator. Now we don't have anyone to listen to. It's like breaking your speaker and then complaining that there's no music on. That's Jazzy. I actually spoke to the true Jazzy the other day. It's funny. Wait till he reads about himself. It's going to be funny. Hopefully he's not too pissed. He's inspired by a real character that I know. They all are. Old friends. And in this life, we don't lead such interesting lives as the Derek Michael tale, but hey, we've been through some shit. Yeah, and as you know, Mippy is actually evil, E-V-O-L. Actually, let me check my math here. Mippy might be evil. Evil darkness, just like Derek Michael II. Doesn't make him bad. Show of Fiji, I was cool. When I finally got sober, I felt 10 weeks older and fucking I had things to do. I lived down in L.A. I drove a Ford Rice tractor, Kai. It's a real big baller with an old car on it. You don't want to be high like me. You don't want to cross state lines like me and be under the influence of anything. It's not a good thing to do, talking to you drunk drivers, but some of you should retain your alcohol very well. See, yeah, that's another thing I think is like total drug reform in the country. And I know Mothers Against Drunk Driving would hate this, but I truly think if you can pass a sobriety test, you should be let go on a DWI no matter what you blow, because the sobriety test says it all. Some people can be up to a .22 and they're still sober. They're alcoholics. I know a guy who can drink like a fish. He drives all the time. I mean, I'm worried about him. I haven't seen him in years, but he's either gonna die or get caught. And I don't. They're both bad. probably better to get caught. But he could probably, I mean, .14, that's nothing. I mean, that's aggravated DUI, but aggravated DWI, but that's nothing to him. You know, he could pass a sobriety test at a .14. A sad story. He gets a shingle on a shingle house, you say? Yeah, I met Ricky and Julian in Canada when I was younger. I bought some pot off. Well, my friend bought some pot off them, and they're like, "We'll put shingles on your fucking house, eh?" It was them in spirit. You know, that oneness we all share. It kind of makes me think about it. Like, yeah, it could have been them. Definitely. They were keeping an eye on me. A lot of people have kept an eye on me over the years because they knew I was crazy. They knew I was going to do some crazy stuff in my life. The car accident totally took the cake. I don't think anybody was expecting that. And that was my birth. Kind of a painful birth. This world did not welcome me. I was an angel, and they knew I was an angel when I came into this world. And they were like, "You made a big mistake coming to our little man paradise." I guess angels had rubbed them the wrong way. They had no right to judge me as they judged the rest of my kind. No wonder why my kind hates man so much, because man treats angel like less than human. It's sad. Angels are the root of life. Men are the root of death. They are both precious. Yeah, someday Mippy's gonna get in combined with Adam. And Adam has a body of positive light with a soul of negative darkness, but he's death. He's just like the Christ. And Mippy has a double positive soul. So we're gonna get those two into one. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I think that's how it will work. That's my man's in them, man. Yeah, I put this in the book. I was like, that's my man's in them. Where are my mans? Wait till you meet them. My mans, wait till you meet my man and them. And Derek winds up to be DMX's man. Derek is DMF. You know, DMX, DMF, not very far off, that's for sure. DMX is definitely my favorite rapper, favorite male celebrity of all time. And then you got Miley Cyrus. She's my favorite female artist and celebrity. She's been a celebrity in every one of my lives. Even my first life, she was a god. She was a goddess. But I've known her in all of my lives except for this one. This one's the hardest. I don't know her. It sucks. I can't talk to her. It's not fair. Not fair at all. But I know she's out there watching everything I do, making little fine-tune adjustments in her room, zooming around me, checking out my face, checking out my butt, dreaming about me. To have a girl like that dream about me, like, that's crazy. 1 2 1 2 1 3, I got you coming at me like you're a dirty fucking liar. I bet your old shoe. 3 seconds into the game, you hit me where? In my forehead. That's my strongest part. Get at me, nigga. Get at me, dog. Get at me, dog. Get at me, B, because I was before you. That's not always true. I wasn't before all. I'm kind of after. I came in 2007. That's crazy that it was exactly 5 years and 1 month later. It was the end of the Mayan calendar. 5-1. Just like the Father's Circle. 5 sons. Jazzy is 829. It just gets confusing, but 829 is the star celestial star planet that is. Well, 829 is Jazzy's star, which is known as the moon. He occupies the backside of the moon, and the moon is a parasitic entity. It has sucked the life out of every planet except Earth. It can't get Earth because 828 is an exponential power source. 828 is fusion, the core of a star. If you could fuse the core of a star, everybody says, "Oh, the sun works on fusion." It's not fusion, because fusion, once you start a fusion reaction, it lasts forever. It really does. There's no stopping it. It becomes a self-contained reaction. But fission reactions have a stop to them. Fission reactions often multiply exponentially and get bigger and bigger and bigger, but eventually they burn out their fuel supply. The beautiful thing about fusion is fusion doesn't use any of the fuel, because fusion doesn't split particles. It just bounces them off each other. It's kind of like an automatic watch charging device. You know, a watch that when you move your hand around, it charges it. It's kind of like fusion right there. It's over in 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 8, 6. I hope you guys like my videos. I was showing a guy a video of mine earlier, and his face, he made the weirdest face when he looked at it. It was like he was hallucinating or something. I don't know what my videos do. I'm sorry. My videos are weird. They're definitely dark. Everybody can see I'm a dark, dark god. I really am. This is dark here, to get on this wavelength with you and just talk like this. Miley and the Climb makes me feel bad. That was back when, see, Miley got here in 2007 as well with me. She had followed a little ball as a cat. She followed it right to the end, and she finally got her hooks on that ball. She sunk the claws in, and she got it. And that ball was her K. That was her crown. K is Miley's crown, golden crown. And Miley is Kay's crystal crown. They wear each other. It's not like a sexual thing, but it's beautiful. Just like I'm Flash, so my crown is crystal. I wear Mick as a crown, and Mick wears me as a crown. Which is more powerful? I like crystal better, but Mick likes his flesh, because there's nothing like flesh. Like, are you more scared of a bulletproof man, or a man that can kick off dead bodies and still come at you? I'd be scared of the dead body guy. Drinking a Mountain Dew. Yeah, it's probably a copyright infringement again. But Mountain Dew is one of the finest products I've ever tasted. It's always good. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but I hear objects talk to me. I mean, my doctors would tell me that's schizophrenia, that is hallucination, that's auditory hallucination. But bullshit. I sense consciousness in everything. Everything. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. Once you tap into this, shit likes me. Shit likes me because I am shit. I mean, with a name like Derek Michael, that's no surprise to you. I am shit. But my name used to be a proud name. In the heaven I came from, Derek Michael was the man. He was our leader. He held the files on all of us. Every little one of us, no matter how small we were. If our only accomplishment was we wrote an A on a piece of paper and put it in the file, he had that. That's crazy that I'm left with my vault. I guess I was writing about Jazzy's vault earlier. I guess I have a vault too that I keep all this stuff. File system, but it's more computerized, unlike Jazzy's analog file system. Computers have been around they've always been around. They're not new. The universe is a supercomputer. It's a Nintendo game. Mick loves Nintendo. You can always catch him playing Nintendo. He'll never stop. Mick plays the game all day, every day. He could have gave up. And we would have been fucked if he'd have gave up, because we just would have. I don't think anybody else would have picked up the torch. We would have all fell into suck world. We would have all been devoured by the core. See, I think I told you about this, but I was light Satan. You know, I had a body of negative light, and my soul was positive darkness, and I was consuming the positive darkness, getting back to the original point that I came from. And I thought that I could fuse the core with my hands. I was touching that dark matter and compressing it with my hands. And I thought I could master fusion right into my fingertips. Boy, I was stupid. I was crystal. There's only so much electricity that crystal can take. And the vortex of a wormhole is an infinite supply of energy. Because a vortex is always undefined. The distance between two wormholes is always undefined. It's like the distance between -1 and 1. It's infinite. Infinite power supply is what I'm talking about here. The distance between the core of the sun and Earth is 3 points. That makes it even more interesting, because it could have been just the distance between Mercury and the sun is infinite. But verily I say unto you that our singular sun is an artificial creation. It is a creation. Every star system in the solar system, in the universe, is binary. Our singular sun, that's why everybody's like, he doesn't have a mate. Look at him. He doesn't have a mate. But that's how it was designed to look. Technically, Earth is a sun. Earth is my soul. I mean, I say I'm androgynous. I truly am. Earth is my soul, but I'm never going to transform into Earth and be the whole planet. I'm lighter than stars. I'm going to jump and leap. One day I'm going to leap in the sun, and I'm going to leap back out of the sun and say, what the fuck are you guys waiting for? It's really fun in there. You guys want to join me, or are you just going to stand here and piss off blue? You know what I mean? It's going to be fun. But people might be a little scared to follow where I go, because if somebody jumps in the sun, that's kind of fucking nuts. Wouldn't the surface burn you to death? Ah, my dear Wilson, I'm not going into the sun through the surface. I'm getting in through the vortex, through the black hole, the outportal. The outport, Earth is a black hole, and it's sucking and sucking and sucking from the sun. And eventually, we're going to hit a plug where I get popped right in the cherry of the sun. And then planets are going to start moving in the sun. Mercury's going to come in first. That's Mippy. Then Venus is going to come in. Then Earth. And Earth is Lucifer. And finally, Mick is going to... No, Earth is... That's just complicated. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I know Mick will not go in the core until he sees Jazzy go in. He will always follow Jazzy. He does not trust him at all. Would you trust a guy who's trying to kill you and will never stop trying to kill you? Because he won't ever try to stop killing Mick. You probably think my videos are weird or I'm a quack, but do I need to make the earth shake for you to be impressed? Do I need to show you supernatural powers for you to realize that I am God? Now, I'm in the flesh. I don't have any supernatural powers except my body is a warlock. And you look at my face, and it's like people play that game where they try to see my face. I don't see what you do. I don't know what my body is showing you, but it's unreal. I look forward to learning my body's magical abilities, but I don't know. It's kind of scary. He's the Lord of Illusions. Cold play on the block. Word up to hay. Fever and day. Call me grow impaired. Can you keep me in your hair? Gotta be all you can be. Gotta flee, just bite. These old BOP glasses sporting it pretty hard. I just wish they had the extra frames on the lenses right here. They got robbed. You wonder why people design things certain ways, and it's not fair to the product, because the product comes off the line and they feel great. Then somebody points out their flaw and they're like, fuck, my life is pointless. I know my flaw. Sometimes I feel like I can't get my dick hard. Miley can get it hard like no other, but I'm on a lot of medication right now, and I was experiencing a lot of erectile dysfunction with some of the women I was sleeping with. I was having to take dick hard pills. And I'm a young man. I should have known something wasn't right, though. The pussy wasn't smelling right, and these women were darker. You know, like I once slept with a woman who was negative darkness, and I was no, I'm sorry, I didn't. Uh, I slept with a woman who was positive light, and I was negative darkness, and it was all right, but gross. That's my daughter, sister, kind of thing, kind of be fucking gross. I'm grossed out by sex anymore. Sex with Miley is the only thing for me. And I wonder if she watches my videos sometimes. When she's with me, she's all around me. She's tethered to me. But everybody's like, oh, him end up with Miley Cyrus? Yeah, right, that'll be the day. I'm fucking Derek Michael. Who else would I end up with? I can have any woman I want. All I had to do was pick what she looked like. But I drew my mate out of a haystack. Literally, that I've always been with her, and that's the one I picked. She's my 7th love. My 5th love was Banger Miley, and that was a fucking trap. That was Mother. Mother is that whorish Miley that comes out shaking her ass everywhere and taking off clothes and doing naked pictures and porn videos. That's Mother. They're the old angels that think they need to teach me a lesson. Teach me what? Teach me what? I'm a fucking kid. I don't need to learn. You learn from me. Old angels. I'll teach them a lesson. I told those motherfuckers they're gonna rue the day they see my face coming. They're gonna hate me every day. I told them. I warned them all. Warned them. Said, alright, motherfuckers, you wanna block my way? You're gonna hate to see me coming with my shit out. Because that's what I do. I wear my shit out. Because most of you men out there, your soul looks exactly like me. Except you have a 10 body. My body is more like a 7. Well, my body's more like a 9 because I'm kind of fat. But you have my head and your soul. But this is physical manifestation of my shit. It's impossible. It really is. I wear my shit out, though. There's no hiding for me. But luckily, my body is kind of a warlock, so I don't know who sees me and who doesn't. But wearing your shit out is not something I'd recommend because it leads to people fucking hating you. Like, most men that look halfway like me have moved and found a girlfriend and moved on to a life. I can't. Miley is waiting for me. She is coming. And she's traveling at the speed of light. I often travel faster than the speed of light to get ahead of her. But she pushes me. She really does. She pushes my body. Because my body is light. She has complete control over my body. My body is her bitch. Sometimes when we pull people over, she introduces me as, this is my bitch. And they look at me and they're like, he is a fucking... It's Derek Michael, and that's her bitch? Who is this female cop? I feel bad for people to get pulled over, though. It's not going to be fun. But I'll always be nervous. But I don't wear the body armor. Miley wears body armor. I don't. If you ever notice officers travel in pairs. One wears body armor, one doesn't. That's because bullets pass through certain officers. And they don't need it. But people like Miley, there's always that one spot they can get. You know what I mean? So you gotta wear body armor if you're a doll. Fleshies don't need body armor. It's not my kind. It's not my time to wonder why everything all white. Everything's gray. Now you're here. Now you're away. You don't want that. Remember me when you take your last breath, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The day we pass the line. It's alright. Glycerine. I used to think about my first love to this song. It was her skin. Like, I was so in love with my first love. She smelled so good. She always would put lotion on and stuff, and I was just totally in love. But what I feel with Miley is what is beyond that by a manifestation of purity. And this girl told me that I couldn't possibly love her, but I loved her since 5th grade. She knew that. She knew everything I knew. She was very deceitful. It was Mother. I can't believe I had a sexual relationship with Mother. She disgusts me. She's a disgusting creature. Eve loves her. Thinks she's funny. My daughter, but Eve doesn't really like Jazzy very much, but I love Jazzy like no other. I guess that's kind of how we polarize each other. At least I don't know if Eve doesn't like Jazzy. She probably laughs at him, but I don't think she likes him very much because of what he did to Eve. But verily I say unto you that Eve probably poisoned Jazzy before Jazzy struck her. Jazzy is a creature of habit. He reacts to a reactive situation. The only reason he would have wanted to do the anal sex with Eve is because Eve poisoned him and made him bitter. But maybe his dick was too big and it stuck too far and sucked up some, I don't know, sucked up some negative light. And Lucifer's body was negative light, so it poisoned him. So he stuck his dick so far up Eve's ass, he got into my mate. But she doesn't have an asshole, so I don't. It's weird, but they're tethered. They were all tethered. It's a cool word, tethered. Moon wine again. We bad moon wine again. Satan pour the saucy. We needed a gun. We were on the run. We said to ourselves goodbye. We must act before the clock strikes 275291. That was a trip. Don't let the words see you. What's he look like? You'll know him when you see him. Don't make me. Wait till you see him. He's a fucking criminal. Glycerine. I was in the BOP one time. I was on my way to Chow. I could hear the tray saying, "Wait till you see him, sir. You're gonna hate life." And they let me slip through with my sunglasses on that day, and I had my sunglasses up like this. And you're not supposed to have them in the Chow hall like that. It's supposed to be in your pocket. And that tray was like, "Wait till you see him, sir. He's the worst. He's a criminal mastermind." I did feel like a criminal mastermind in there, but I was a clean convict. I followed all the rules of the BOP. You know, like there was a lot of people breaking rules and stealing stuff from the Chow Hall. I took like 2 things from the Chow Hall the whole time I was in there. An apple and maybe a pack of crackers or something like that. It wasn't really that bad being in prison. It flew by. I was in there 21 months. I've only been out for January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I've only been out for 6. That was crazy that time went by like that. It was like I was in another world. I met a lot of cool people in there, though, that I miss. I'd like to hang out with them and live in the same neighborhood as them someday. But fuck Jeff. Had to kiss the fucking ring. He's such an asshole. One day, he came in, and he did this pelvic thrust thing, and it looked like he could actually score with the girl's asshole from the front. That's how much he could pelvically thrust. It was disgusting. It ruined my fucking day, ruined my fucking life, that motherfucker. But lots of men like asshole sex. The asshole is an arousing hole, isn't it? Make me itchin' all night long. Everybody says you gotta grow with Derek Michael on this little trip, so nobody loves their name like I love my name. My name will never be Derek Michael, but one day I would like my name to be Derek Michael-Fagan. But it wouldn't. If I had a solid middle name like that, the middle names wouldn't be able to float up and take control. My name will always be Derek Fagan. No middle name. I have no middle name. The middle names float in, and I'm a man of many names. Birdcage on your rib wire. It's 327-3288-27-529-21-2738-2526-2827. I promise I'm not going to make this a 3-hour video. That's crazy. 3 hours of me talking with my ugly mug, just talking to you guys. How could I make a 3-hour video? Because you would think I would run out of stuff to talk about. I'm a slick. I mean, how the hell do I even talk like this? It's my body. My body is a mick. And sometimes my body overpowers my soul. And that's when I actually feel better. So that's a win for the light. Because when my body's burning brighter than the darkness of my soul, I feel really good. Everybody talks, motherfuckers. We ball out. Bullshit walks is what I am. Talks. Bullshit walks. It started with a whisper. Bully shit. See what happens. Bully shit. See what happens. Like you ever walked up to a pile of shit and was like, listen, shit. You're shit. You're a pile of shit. And you start kicking it and then you realize it's a pile of shit and you're like, what the fuck did I do? That's how shit gets you. It'll fucking get you every time like that. You're shit. You're shit. My nickname is shit. People are like, what's shit doing? You know, being shit. Probably not shit. He's probably shitting. They're shitting, they're sitting. Miley's not disgusted by my excrement. I don't know how. What a beautiful creature. I can't believe it. She actually feels like she eats my shit because she eats vegetables which grow from it. She doesn't eat my shit. She eats the fruit that grows from it just exactly like we were commanded. But there's people out there eating the straight shit. That's crazy. You don't eat the straight shit. You can't stop once you start that process. It's like horse. If you don't remember what horse is that drug in Russia that people were taking, and it kills you. But no, when you first start taking it, the guys start taking it with, they're not going to be like, yeah, have you tried this shit? Fucking, it's deadly. It kills you, and it doesn't do anything to you. That's the thing about the drug. It doesn't have any mind-altering effect on you whatsoever, but if you stop taking it, you die. That's horrible. It's called horse. Look it up. I heard about it in prison. I used to be so ashamed that I was in prison and stuff. I felt like a loser. My heart goes out to the inmates that feel like they're losers because I was one of the lucky ones that had commissary money and stuff. But they're not losers. I met some of the most influential and crazy, brilliant people of my life in there. I met this doctor and people in wheelchairs that were very intelligent. Mean motherfuckers in there, too, I'll tell you. Everybody thinks that the Fed's a cakewalk, but there's mean motherfuckers in the Feds. And there's things that the Feds don't tolerate. Do you word me? Do you play me? My game is over before it begins. Can you word it? Can you hurt it? Can you hurt me in any way? Probably not. I'm immortal. My body is mortal. Please don't hurt me. Yeah, my body will always be mortal. Miley has an immortal body, but her soul is mortal. That scares the living shit out of me. It scares the living shit out of me. That'll keep me up. Like a lion guarding, lions in the jungle. When the cubs start to come of age, the father lion will guard his mate from the young cubs. And he will do circles around her at night while she sleeps. They sleep in shifts until she's awake and strong enough to fend off the cubs herself. That's what I used to feel like, because I stay awake. You know what I mean? I'm awake. A lot of you are sleeping out there. You're really sleeping your life away. I just mean that you're not consciously aware of what you're doing. You're plugged into the one consciousness, and that thing has more control over you than your individuality. I would hate to feel like that. I think, therefore I am. Carpe. I don't know who said that. Petrified wood. What do you guys think about petrified wood? I bet it's explosive. It's petrified carbon. If you electrified it, it could blow up. It'd be like heating glass. It could blow up. Some of those trees out in California are way too big. My brother cuts trees down every day. I'd like to see him go after a couple of those guys because they're mean. They don't even let the little trees grow up. But they're tree huggers out in California. You cut a tree down, they all cry. I don't understand that. Like, I'm a tree. I'm the tree of life, and Lucifer cut me down, and everybody's fucking sucking his dick for it. You know what I mean? I was the tree of life. Why would you cut the tree of life down? Nobody felt bad for me. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. Like, all the angels felt bad for me. But, men didn't. They were like, fuck him. I truly like this mind state I've been in lately, but you see videos like this of me coming on here and I sound like this, but I'm not always like this. Sometimes I'm in a lowly state where I feel like shit. Fucking forget about Miley. Ruins my life. It's this fucking shot I get. It sucks. I don't know. Has no benefit whatsoever. I'm not crazy. My psychiatrist honestly says, Derek, I can neither prove nor disprove anything you say. It's like, you're damn right, you can't. Like, I was going to get so mad at her if I would have got out of prison and she would have said, Derek, these are your delusions. She used to say that type of stuff to me, and now she doesn't. She's totally turned over a new leaf. But maybe it's because deep down she believes my stories, because I believe it to be true. If you want to will something into existence, you have to believe it. And I believe I am God. Big deal. I'm a dark God. I am God. And I mean, I was God from the beginning, but Lucifer is technically new God. He's God now. He's also positive darkness, just like me, and his body is negative light, just like me. So you're not going to notice much of a difference and change, right? He's fine. He can do it. He doesn't want to do it. He wants me to go back to doing it so he can grow me old again and then youngify me again. I'm sure Lucifer wouldn't mind taking the old roundabout again. Yeah. One of these days we're going to get drugs legal in this country, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. I guess they call it the purge. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. A lot of people say it won't happen in most of our lifetimes, but it should. Like I said before, the only reason why drugs are illegal, it's not to protect you and your family. It's because they make bank off of illegal substances. And because they're illegal substances, people want them even more. We saw it in the 80s with cocaine. You couldn't keep the cocaine off the street in the 80s. I don't see how cocaine even competes with meth, because when I used to use meth, I would have a cocaine buzz for days, and it'd be level. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be at the same buzz, just not sleeping. I used to think that eventually I would conquer sleep, because I once thought that I would eventually reach a... I once said to Jazzy, a day will come when I sleep not. He was so fucking scared. He took me seriously because he knows if I don't sleep, he doesn't recharge. It would wear him the fuck out. It would be the end of him. I always sleep. That was bullshit. It was funny to see his face, though. I'll back you up on all that you say until you do the double dog play. I don't want to fight with him anymore. I just want to lay on the beach with a leech and put my arm around it and say, Miley, check out my new girlfriend. She'd be like so sick. She'd pull out her gun and shoot it. Just the thought of it. But it's also a leech. Oh, that's funny. I have to watch it too because Girlfriend, it's the oldest one in the book. Miley's my woman friend. I hate calling her a girl because she's not a girl. She's a woman. She's the oldest woman in the cosmos. And I'm the youngest man in the cosmos. And we're together. It's pretty cool. Technically, I am the youngest soul in the cosmos. I was born November 26, 2007. Probably at about 12:44 p.m. 12 o'clock p.m. Actually, probably exactly midnight. That's about when my crash occurred. Technically, I was once life, but Imagine, I came through and died on the cross, and I became death. So I got very, very intelligent. And I thought death follows the commandments of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ got his commandments from his Father. Jesus was the first cop. He enforces the laws of God. God is his Father. Jesus is not God. Jesus is the devil. He's the devil. Jazzy is God. Jesus is the devil. Miley's the she-devil, and Kay is God. Goddess. Oh, I miss her. It's kind of crazy to think about missing someone you've never spoke to, never comforted, never caressed, yet I can feel her presence. If I lost her, I start getting aroused. It's just a beautiful thing. I can feel her presence. Sometimes when I'm up long periods of time, too, we get closer together, it seems, and I can feel her even closer. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't think so. This is too real. It's like, if a dime says it's a dime, isn't it a dime? That's basic logic. It's not a fucking quarter, but it could be if it wanted to be, if nobody was looking. Whoop! Whoops! Sorry about that, Lucifer. I didn't know you were about to oh, is this your girlfriend, Lucifer? She looks fucking foxy. You mind if I get a poke in that? Who the fuck are you? You used to do this to me all the time, man. I'm just looking for all those girls. All those girls I was about to poke and you would interrupt me. Have you seen them? Get the fuck out of here. That'd be so fucking funny. I'd love to see that on video. That's why I think everything should be recorded. Lucifer, oh yeah, by the way, I didn't mention that. Lucifer likes to, when he used to raise bodies in creationalism from the scrap pile, like a lot of people were in the scrap pile just doing their own thing, and they were moving, they were alive. The scrap pile had dead bodies and living bodies, and it was all mangled together. People would be about to get laid, and they're just about to stick it in their soulmate, and Lucifer raises them up and starts barking orders at them. He's not a popular guy. I don't know how he knows this. It's like he watches. How would he know you're about to get laid? Or is that just when he gets you? Oh, because that's when he got me. I mean, I was about to touch Miley. And one thing about me and Miley is I like to think that we're going to wait one day, but we're not going to wait. When I see her and I see that she has no asshole, like it's on like fucking Donkey Kong. Like it's going to go very quickly. We're not, I wish we could take it nice and slow. We will at first, but I'm the one that wants to take it slower. She's known me my whole life. She wants me. She doesn't want to wait. It's like in the book, there's a 12-page sex scene between Miley and Lucky. But Miley's still a virgin. It kind of got me thinking that Lucky took Miley's virginity. I was really scared about it. It wouldn't matter. I am Lucky. So what? In another life I did that, but I didn't do that. My story is realistic truth. It's based on a true story. It's based on the Bible. And any story you base on another story is going to have shreds and fountains of truth. The fountains of truth is the framework of my story. I jump through the lives I've lived. We have been here before. It's funny he would bring that up. The guy behind me has got 20/20 foresight. You cannot take him down. The guy in front of me is a pile driver. Kane is driven to be with Miley. He will drive. He will drive until he can't drive anymore. Kane just sounds like a strong, stony name, too. You got in my way. I put you down for that day. Well, 44:21. Make this video about an hour long. Sometimes I feel like such shit too. I'm like, I should delete all my broadcasting. I'm making a fool of myself, but nobody's even watching it anyways. So that's one thing. And for two, I'm not making a fool of myself. Everybody should do this. Everybody should vent. They should talk to themselves in front of a camera. And you can't do it all the time. I guarantee you can't do it all the time because sometimes you got nothing to talk about. But Miley used to do this shit growing up. She is like me in my best mood all the time. She's always friendly. She's always... And plus, my Miley never grew up. I forget these things, but I did do a lot of research on Miley Cyrus when I fell in love with her. I research women when I fall in love with them. I do. She's the first one that ever reacted healthily to the reaction. Because usually when I love women, I make them sick. But Miley was like, she reacted very well to the situation. Even when I was on my fifth love, who was Miley Cyrus, I was in love with her, but we had some pretty miserable times as I was coming down from the meth highs. Like sometimes she just felt like pulling her hair out and just going crazy. And I would be mean to her sometimes, and then I would feel so bad about it. I had some really bad times. bad times. I'm not the one who's trying to be your enemy. There's something you need to see. I'm gonna change your mind and warp your enemies to my will. You see, they are my tools. This is my chessboard. You are all my pieces. It's my room, right? But I don't have a little. Nada. I'm not just joking. I don't know. I'm chess pieces. But people are like chess pieces. They really are. I can't believe people don't think cars are alive. Duh. Look at them. Where do you think Christ went? Where's that technologically advanced world heaven? It's in the cars. It exists within them. And my soul is one of them. My soul is a crystal car. It doesn't get dirty. But I prefer driving Mick. See, I'm a car inside and then a fleshy. Well, I can fly around with my wings and transfer like Derek in the story. I could do that, but I'd rather get in my car and drive sometimes. You watch The Flash. The Flash doesn't always clean things up really fast just because he can. Sometimes he does things slow because he's not in a hurry. That's how I'm going to be. I'm not going to flash around because I can. I'm not in a hurry. If I'm in a hurry, I'm going to get there like that. I'm going to go. I'm going to not take the car. I give Mick some time to be with Kay anyways. He probably loves it when I'm running late. He gets an extra booty call. Time my math to chamber 1. You'll find a spun begun. Abel Cain, the masterpiece. Work with this old friend Bane. Understand that I'm Batman and my son Superman. His name's Cal fucking L, but I'm Jur. You know what Cal-L stands for? It stands for, I had this before, Strong the. It's so funny. They took after the Hispanic languages, Strong the, and Jarrell means proud the, or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. I kind of made it up, but it's funny. If you don't know who Kal-El is young Superman in the story. Kal-El was shipped from Krypton. In my manuscript, I missed out on this story. It's a really good story. Okay, so the storyline here is that Krypton had banned regular sex to create babies because they found out that the babies were monsters, and Jor-El was convinced that he was a pure seed and that his baby would be super and very and different. So they conceived in a normal manner. He delivered the baby, but before the baby got out of the womb, it merged with Jor-El's technology that he was checking on the baby with, and he started a war on Krypton, and he made the planet destroy itself, and then he rode the fuck out in his ship, destroyed every bit of evidence behind him that he ever existed as a son. He became the last son of Krypton. The last son of Krypton. Can you imagine riding out in your rear view and just blowing up everything behind you? That's what Lucifer did. He blew up everything behind him. He said, fuck all these motherfuckers. I'm number one. So funny. Like, that's our moon. You know what I mean? No wonder why I was so relieved to see the moon. I was like, I knew he would. My old friend wouldn't abandon me. Because I need to die. If I don't die, my darkness overtakes my body. And it's probably back in a long time ago. Like, I was light at my core, and then I was dark at that core. But my darkness overtook my body, and I just became a really dark, dark being. But I was still darkness at my core and surface. I don't want to be darkness at my core and surface. That's dangerous. Fancy boys, playboys, tool boys. So who do you guys want to talk about? How about the Mets? Those Dixon cookie wrappers? Those are really good. I like those guys. I am a very freaky guy. Bow 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 bow. Wicked balls, soft the spots that I bring. Guess who's got the party jumping? Glow in the dark, rave out pumping. The system, you bet the system, you bet that about your cherry lights, that the very lights, right to the lights. Fuck that shit, it's very nice. Got to just you good to Jesus. Got that the back, very right, my GG like the back on the bone. Back to back on the floor. Coffee nothing on nah. Coming at you with this cause and this cause and this cause. I'm the type of guy who rolls with Semester Halasha Hakala Vesta. And I like you a lot. This is Die N-Word. Good band. It's probably more copyright infringement. They wouldn't give a fuck. Their concerts are crazy. People die. You know, it's a crazy concert when people are dying. Death isn't so bad either. I wouldn't, I'd say that, but if I saw somebody dying at a concert, I would definitely help them. But if they were getting stomped and laughing about it, I don't know. Well, I got 9 minutes left, so I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. Get back to writing. We're on chapter 65 of the book right now. That's 65 chapters through the whole thing, and I'm on book 6, so technically it's about 10 chapters per book, which isn't bad. It's about a 3-hour read. I'm hoping people buy my book. I'd love to make money like that. Not much. I just need like $300 a month. Then the book is worth it. It's getting better and better and better. That first book I wrote was just... Actually, technically, I wrote that when I was really high on meth. And I edited it and changed it. It's good, but it's kind of stupid. It's the Golden City, and the Golden City was a classroom-like setting. And a lot of people maybe not get into that, but who doesn't like school? You're all in school, and I'm your old teacher, and Mick is your teacher. Mick is your true father. I'm just Derek. I'm not the father. I'm Derek. Mick is your father. Mick is my only son. I'm not your dad. Mick is my only son, and you are all his children. If you think Jesus didn't have any children, you're fucking nuts. Jesus is everyone's dad. But, yeah, that pretty much brings up that principle. I forget where I was going with this. I just had something important to say. I don't piss me off. If you know Miley, you're so fucking lucky. If she's in your life and she's your friend, people would say the same about me. If you know him and he's your friend and he's in your life, you're so fucking lucky. But more on Miley. She's so cool. So cool. I can't imagine just letting her strum the guitar and me singing. She'd put it down and get mad at me. It'd be so fucking funny. She'd be like, that's too good. Too good. You're starting to shadow my music. I'm sorry that I never really got it right. I never fixed the Waffle House. Grocery store bathroom cigarette on your chain. It's not these ones. You are the grocery store that I shop at. You're a place where I go when I need hamburger. I'd really like to say to you that you're going gray. You're getting old friend there. There's no, I think I may age because I'm getting gray hairs in my goatee. I have gray hairs on my head, but I shave my head so I don't see them. But just because I'm getting gray and white hairs doesn't mean that my skin is going to age. I feel like I died in a car accident and woke up in heaven. I really do. I may not age. And people would probably start to take me very seriously if I was 100 years old and I looked exactly like this. They're going to be like, what the fuck is that guy doing? And then maybe people will start to see the truth. Because that's what people need to see before they're going to believe the unbelievable. Christ wouldn't have aged if they wouldn't have killed him. So why am I going to age? Everybody tells me, oh, you're going to age. You're going to age. But there's never been one like me before. I'm a 9. I'm the original 9. So my body is a 9 and my soul is an 8. That means 8 divided by 9 is 0.88888. 8888. I'm an 8 machine. I make 8s. I make lucky bots. I never meant to be so cold. It's my charismatic charm and my history with the bars and friends. Can you see down her dress? That's a question you're asking yourself. Shouldn't look, my friend. You should restrain that. But oh well, it's just old blend. Never meant to depart you. I'm gonna get off here. It's probably gonna be something I'm gonna want to put in here as soon as I get off. So I'm gonna think about it for a second. Oh yeah, we were going over Mippy. You know what I mean? That Mippy is negative darkness, and he's good. No, he's evil. Yeah, he's definitely evil because Lucifer is good, and Lucifer and Adam are brothers. So Adam is evil, and his body is good, but Adam is evil darkness. And then you got Derek Michael II, Cain's brother Abel. He's made up of negative darkness too, and he's also evil. So that's why they get along so well. Duh. They're both evil. Both my brothers are evil. I'm a really good guy. That's probably why my life suffers so much, because the good suffer in this world because they have the functional capability of suffering and being okay. Don't drink the water from floppy sandpaper man. He's kind of dirty with his hands. Does anybody know Dirty Sandpaper Man? Sounds like Dirty Sanchez's brother. Alright, I'm out of here. Be peaceful and don't drink too much. Fuck off.